Good afternoon, Dr. Hasimi and my fellow friends. We are from Group 2. Today we would like to present about investment research about MISC. Let me introduce my team members. Myself, Suhashinee, Fatin, Nursyazana, and Lutfie, Al-Husni. Next slide. MISC business description. MISC Berhad was incorporated in 1968 and it was a world-leading provider of international energy-related maritime solution and service, operating a modern and diverse fleet backed by a workforce of over 9,355 employees from all over the world. They are committed to creating value for our stakeholders and contributing to sustainability of our industry. The compliance and business ethic of MISC is conducting itself with the highest standard of integrity. MISC Group, with its global outreach and network of operation across market and business of group comprise energy shipping and its related activities, owning, operating offshore, floating solution and marine repair, conversion, engineering and construction work, integrated marine service, port management and maritime service, as well maritime education and training. Next slide. Industry overview and competitive positioning. From political factor, the government strongly support and sustain greater investment in the industry development and further growth of shipping industry. The development of shipping sector in Malaysia has been closely linked to the national maritime policy. Malaysia provided full tax exemption on shipping profit to catch up with the more established shipping nations. More shipping companies pay no tax or minimal tax. Next, economic factor. MISC shipping industry recorded one of its best performance in recent years, with shipping companies reporting an unprecedented increase in revenue and profit. Demand for shipping is rising fast. In tandem with its growing trade, this is a remarkable achievement for Malaysia. Economic growth was largely powered by the shipping sector. Next slide. Okay, next is technological factor. The business in a country greatly influenced by technology development. The technology adopted by shipping industry determine type and quality of service to be produced. MISC is well equipped with the latest and advanced technology in improving work, decision-making process. It has also been instructed to manage change and organizational national restructuring resulting from new system to ensure smooth implementation. Next slide. Okay, next investment summary MISC highlight, financial highlights. First, based on the MIC revenue graph from the 2019 to 2023, the highest revenue falls on 2022, which reached 14 million, and the current year 2023 show quarter year which is reached 3 million overall. Next slide. The graph shows the MIC operating profit from 2019 to 2023. The highest operating profit was on 2022, which reached 3.1 million, while 2019 and 2020 and 2021 falls nearly to 2 million. The data of 2023 shows until the quarter of the year, which is reached 8,025,000. Next slide. The third graph shows the MIC profit and loss before taxation of year 2019 and 2023. The company will gain profit on 2019, 2020, 21 and 2022. Meanwhile, the company faced loss on 2020. The current year going well in hit the profit. Next slide. According to the graph from 2019 to 2023, it shows the MISC earning and loss per share. The highest MIC earning per share was on 2021 and 2022, a slightly difference from the year 2021, but still near to the highest, which reached 40 cents. The year of 2020 showed that the MIC had loss per share, which lost 1 cent. Current year 2023 still maintained in earning. Next slide. The net tangible asset per share of year 2023, which included only the quarter of the year, successfully reached of maximum of the previous year. From the graph, we can conclude that the highest net tangible asset per share will be in year 2023. Other years was maintained great overall the years. Next part will be presented by Shazana.
Thank you, Suha. So this is the part for valuation. So this is the alpha indicator of MISC Berhad, which they get average score of 9. To get that rate, they will be evaluated in 5 indicators. They are earning, fundamental, relative valuation, risk, and price momentum. Like the stock rating, the company rating scale is 1 to 10, with the 10 being the best. And the company will receive an NR for no rating if the required data element or criteria are not met. These are the 5 indicators that comprise the stock rating of MISC Berhad. This factor may be evaluated differently using alternative methodologies, and the importance of individual factor varies across industries, market capitalization, and investment style. First indicator is earning per share. Earning per share is calculated by dividing a company's earning by the number of shares outstanding. MISC currently has an earning rating of 10, with all 3 components rated as bullish, which is rate 7 or greater. Next is fundamental. The fundamental rating for MISC improved significantly over the last quarter from rate 2 to a relatively natural rate 5. For relative valuation, MIC currently has a relative valuation rating of 4, while the Bursa Market Composite Index has an average rating of 4.3. Later is risk indicator. MIC currently has a risk rating of 10, while the Bursa Malaysia Composite Index has an average rating of 9. On day when the market is up, MIC share tend to lag the Bursa Malaysia Composite Index. And lastly is price momentum. On 26 May 2023, MIC closed at RM7.21, with 5.3% below its 52-week high and 10.4% above its 52-week low. MIC share are currently trading 0.60% below their 50-day moving average of RM7.25 and 0.10% below their 200-day moving average of 7.22 ringgit. So next is financial analysis. This is the final analysis of MIC Berhad. As we can see, this is a graph that shows the progress of revenue, operating expenses, and operating income of MIC from 2015 until 2022. In 2018, those 3 elements were decreased, but they start to increase for the next 3 years, with revenue increased by 29.94%, operating expenses increased by 64.82%, and operating income also increased by 31.31%. So by this consistency, many investors have a high confidence when they are investing in the company, as the company managed to stay in the industry even they are in the pandemic era, while the other company are struggling to survive. Finally, MIC or Berhad also was at the first rank in average indicator in Bursa marketplace among their peer in the same industry, with rate of 9 for average score, while the other competitors were at rate of 7 and below. So this shown that MISC have a great market share in the marine port service industry. So next part will present by Lutfie.
Okay, thank you, Shazana. Now I will explain about the investment risk. Next slide. Okay, investment risk defined as a probability or uncertainty of loss rather than expected profit from investment due to a fall in the fair price of security. Okay, next slide. Okay, there are 9 investment risks. The first is the market risk. Market risk is the risk that investor face due to decrease in the market value of financial product, rising of the factor that affect the whole market. It's also called systematic risk. It rises because of the uncertainty in the economy, political environment, natural disaster, and recession. Next slide. The second one is liquidity risk. Liquidity risk is the risk of being not be able to sell the security at the fair price and converting into cash. Shipping company has asset in excess of its debt but cannot easily convert those assets to cash and cannot pay its debt. Okay, next slide. The second, the third one is the third one is the concentration risk. The concentration risk is the risk of loss on the invested amount because it was invested in only one security or one type of security. MISC's operation are concentrated in Asia, with over 90% of its revenue come from this region. Okay, next slide. Okay, the fourth is the credit risk. The issuer of the bond may face financial difficulties due to which it may not able to pay the interest of principal to the bond investor. MISC may extend credit to customer who engage in trade credit arrangement with counterparties. Next slide. Okay, five is reinvestment risk. Reinvestment risk is the risk losing higher returns on the principal or income because of the low rate of interest. MISC generate cash flow from its operation, which include revenue from catering service and freight rates. Next slide. Okay, six is inflation risk. Loss of purchasing power because of the investment do not earn higher return than inflation. If the return of investment is lower than the inflation, the investor is at the higher inflation risk, which reduce their investment risk tolerance capacity. Inflation can influence MISC customer demand and purchasing power, which can affect MISC revenue generation. Next slide. 7 is horizon risk. Preference and needs of investor keep changing as per the change in financial condition or the state of the economy. Include the potential of for industry disruption and technological advancement that may affect the company's long-term prospect. Next slide. The A is longevity risk. Risk of outliving the saving or investment. In the COVID-19 era, market has just suggested that its impact on investment longevity is less clear. MISC may provide employees benefit or pension plan to its employee, which include retirement and healthcare benefit. And next slide. And the last one is foreign investment risk. Foreign investment risk is the risk of investing in foreign country. Operating in foreign market expose MISC to economic risks such as economic downturns, recession, or change in market condition. Next slide. Okay, now I will explain the environment, social, and governance. Next slide. Okay, ESG, or called environment, social, and governance, is the framework that helps stakeholders understand how an organization is managing risk and opportunity related to environmental, social, and governance criteria. There are three factors, which is environment factor, social factor, and also governance factor. Next slide. Okay, for environment factor, MISC operates in the shipping industry, which contribute to greenhouse gas emission. MISC can focus on reducing its carbon footprint through fuel efficiency improvement, adopting cleaner technology. Next slide. Okay, next one is a social factor. MISC can align its operation with the international human rights standard, respecting the right of employees. MISC can prioritize fair labor practice, ensuring the well-being, safety, and fair treatment of its employee. Next slide. And the last one is governance factor. MISC can strive the transparent and independent board structure, ensuring appropriate checks and balance. MISC can implementing robust risk management practice, including identifying and addressing potential risks related to regulatory compliance, financial integrity, and also operational safety. I think that's all from our group. Thank you so much.